Let's get into Sydney Sweeney. Now, Sydney Sweeney is single and she's living her best life. She's working a ton, but also it seems like she's having fun as well. She's another one of those celebrities I put into the category of don't leave your partner alone with them. Not Gypsy Rose, she'll steal your man. JoJo Siwa will steal your man or your girlfriend. And Sydney Sweeney just has that, again, that magical spell. Like, her Sweeneys are able to get anyone. Like, don't let your partner around those Sydney Sweeneys, because they've got powers. Supposedly, Sydney is enjoying life without a partner. Good for her. I mean, she started dating her ex-fiance when she was like 20 years old and he's like 30, and she's at her prime right now. She says, I'm learning a lot about myself, spending more time with friends, and I'm loving it. She's definitely got some free time on her hands. I don't know if you guys saw the soap that she's been selling. Like, a soap created with her used bath water. I'm blaming the movie Saltburn for something like this existing, or at least I'm blaming Dr. Squatch soap for creating this. It's called Sydney's Bathwater Bliss Soap, created for men using the bath water that Sydney had been in. Only 5,000 bars are created because Sydney is booked and busy, and it comes with a certificate so that you can prove that you do have a little bit of, I guess, her bath water in your possession.
Hello, you dirty little boys.
Okay, wait, let's just break down this ad really quick. We don't need all the music. Okay, so Sydney Sweeney's soap featuring her bath water. They're giving 100 of these bricks away. I don't know if soap's called bricks. So this was a commercial she actually did that went viral, I believe, last year. And this may be the inspiration on why people are talking about this bathtub water. Also, looking at the screen right now, it doesn't even look like a bathtub she's in. It's kind of like a square container. Sydney was down to use that bath water to create this soap, which is the scent of morning wood. Wow. Can't get any more corny than that, huh? Sydney claims that her fans were begging her for her bath water, and she says that she's an empowered sex symbol icon, so she took the opportunity to cash in. Comment below, would you let your respective partner use Sydney's soap? I feel like that's exactly like one of the ingredients to the spell I was talking about earlier.
Hey, in case you needed a reminder as to how perverted men are, Dr. Squatch, the soap company, made a whole new product and marketing campaign about how their new soap is Sydney Sweeney's actual bath water, and it's going absolutely viral.
We start by saying the largest problem here is that the market for this soap should not exist. If you are buying this, whether it be ironically or not, I find that to be truly embarrassing. I think the argument can be made that this is empowering. She's going to be objectified anyway, so why not make a buck off it? But I think at the same time, this is lazy, it's exploitative of parasocial weirdos, and does not frame Sydney Sweeney in the way that she wants to be framed by her own admission.
This comment reads, I feel like catering to the weird male fans is just going to end up backfiring on her, especially now that she's working on more serious movies like the Christy Martin biopic. Now, I can understand that sentiment. I think it's kind of a little bit more lighthearted than that, because a lot of people are going to forget about this soap. They're going to move on. So hopefully in her role, she'll be able to be taken seriously. I mean, Euphoria is kind of like a mid-role, so we'll have to see. Let's get into Taylor Swift. So Taylor Swift has fired back at Scooter Braun, and she got all of her masters back. So we don't have to see Taylor Swift go through all these different albums and make her Taylor's version. Now, this was a major surprise to fans because nobody saw that coming. Taylor broke the news herself with all of her albums around her, saying, "You belong with me, letter on my site." This is the letter that she posted onto her website, and she goes on to claim that she now owns all of her music videos, concert films, every single piece of her life's work. So this is a big win for her because she's worth a lot. It's also a very interesting position to see like Taylor here, like at the top of her game, breaking records and probably the most popular pop star out here. And she wants the control to her masters, her records so badly. Then we have Justin Bieber, who was, you know, at one point equally as popular, and he sold his music away happily for $200 million because maybe he needed the money, maybe he didn't care about owning the music, but it's interesting to see two different artists take two different varied takes, and they both came from Scooter Braun. Scooter actually cashed out on both of the sales of their music, both Taylor's in 2019 and Justin's, I believe, in 2022. Taylor called Scooter's 2019 catalog purchase her worst case scenario and went full savage mode, accusing Scooter of years of manipulation, bullying, and vowing to re-record every album, which she did begin to do. I actually remember at this point Justin was Team Scooter, and he was kind of starting to have a feud with Taylor. Scooter Braun has reacted to Taylor's latest business deal.
Well, first of all, there were a lot of rumors going around that buying her masters was going to cost her about $1 billion, but she was able to buy it for $360 million according to Billboard. And in the letter, she actually thanked all the fans that went to the Eras tour because this tour helped her buy her music back.
A source close to the contract says, don't buy recent reports about Scooter encouraging Shamrock to sell to Taylor. We're told credit goes solely to the team at Shamrock Capital and Taylor's Nashville-based management. She owns her music in spite of Scooter Braun, not because of him. This article claims, though, that Scooter's not feeling any bad blood towards Taylor, and he's actually stoked about this purchase, which, again, I'm not buying that either. The Hive America CEO tells TMZ that he's happy for her after she bought her entire musical catalog from Shamrock Capital. Keep in mind that this is the company that Scooter sold them to back in 2020 after he bought them from Big Machine Label Group the year before, which that's like a sketchy part of this entire story. I had to take down my video because Scooter Braun tried to come after me and we can't use pictures of Scooter Braun, but this label did initially sell her masters to Scooter, and I do believe her father got a part of that deal, Papa Swift, but don't quote me on it. Let's get into Beyonce. Now, at first, when Beyonce was going on her Cowboy Carter tour, I was a little bit, oversaturated with tours. We just saw her go on the Renaissance tour. I was kind of confused by it, but you know what? Beyonce loves to perform, and she's good at it. So, you know what? She should just stay on the road if it makes her happy. Maybe it gives her time away from Jay-Z, if you know those allegations. Anyways, but Beyonce was recently at a show and one of her fans were holding up a sign in the crowd where they were asking her to be a part of their gender reveal, which sounds like, I don't even know how you would expect that to happen. I mean, you have to have a big sign, right? But the sign reads, sibling gender revealed. The sign continued saying, what now? Beyonce then became interested in what was going on there. No, it looks like Beyonce decided to go and jump in on their request, and she grabbed an envelope from these fans to go and announce their gender reveal to the entire stadium. She apologized for her hands being sticky as she accidentally ripped through the envelope. I mean, she's not there performing. It's got to be hard. Partially tearing the paper with the actual gender on it, which is funny in my opinion, not that big of a deal. Wait, watching her try to open it is so funny. Cowboy. Oh, that's cute. This comment reads, my child would be putting this on their resume. Royal King commented, so Beyonce's technically the godmother now. I'm glad Beyonce did that moment. It's very human and real and sweet. It also reminds me of when someone bought my Blinded and Breakdown hat and they got engaged in it. And they sent me a picture of their engagement ring. So if you guys ever take a picture in my merch, actually I'm currently selling this Sloan Let's Get Into It sweatshirts right now on sloanhooks.com. Send me a picture of you in them. I'd like to see it. Thank you for watching this clip from the Let's Get Into It podcast. To view the full episode, visit the link listed below.